Hi, guys. Rhonda Winstead here with you. Good morning, everyone. Or afternoon, or evening, or, well, we'll just say hello. I'm happy to be here with you. And today, I've got something a little bit different for you. Okay, let's take a look at these colored, well, they're going to be tags, okay? So let me tell you the little story on these. Excuse the throat thing. Okay, so I've been thinking about Easter and spring, and I love the colors of the pastels. I dearly love pastels. Pinks, purples, blues, oranges, yellows, greens, all of those pretty little, and turquoise, and just the colors of spring. And they fit into Easter really, really well. And I like both the the bunnies and the chicks and all of that with Easter. And I also love the religious implications with Easter of the resurrection of our Savior. That's just the coolest ever, 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 right? Um, so anyway, I was asked by a paginator who is on YouTube, and her name is Bobby, and she very sweetly asked if I would be willing to do a tag. She was tagged to make tags, and she wanted to tag me to make tags, etc., etc. So I will put the links to her channel and have you go take a peek and see what she's done. She had some fun tags. And I love tags. And quite frankly, with our journals, do we ever, ever, ever have enough tags? Well, no. The short answer is no, never, ever do we have enough tags. So this was fun. Okay, so let me tell you what I did off camera, and then we'll get to these. And in case you are thinking that I'm thinking these are glorious, I don't. I think they're very ugly. Kind of, sort of. They need work. Okay, so what I did, let me just pull out a couple here. So I carry these in my shop, at least for now, till they're gone. Come in packets of 10. And they're just fun computer printout cards, and they make great tags for a little bit larger size when you want something a little more meaty, if you will. So what I did was I put them together in fours, like so. I did this on the back, and then I taped with just a little bit of masking tape. I just taped lined them up nicely, and then I just taped a couple of little spots here and here and here, and then I did another one of 4. So I had 8 tags that I was working with. And so then I had 2 of these, and I taped them, together that way. So that when I was doing my coloring and whatnot, that it would just be easier. I just wanted to do it that way. I've done it that way before. I know that's not new. And so what I did was I took my crayon, pencils, you can use, like Tim Holtz has some distressed crayons, and I had some from Blick Art, and I just colored. I colored, and then I just wiped away, just kind of smushed it and wiped to get this. And then I took the tape off, and this is what we have. And while I love these colors, it's just like, whoa, this is way too much. So we have to decide what we're going to do next, because that was just a first step. So let me get a piece of freezer paper to put underneath, and actually I will get the one that I was using when I was coloring. So you can see my color lines, right? And eventually this will be a cool paper too. So, and if I had thought about this earlier in the planning, then I probably would not have taken the little bits of tape off, and I would have continued to work on this as one piece. But I didn't think that far ahead. I just took them apart and was just like, wow, these are really bright. So I thought that you and I could chat and visit for a minute while I decide what we're going to do to tone these down. And of course, what came to my mind was the idea of gluing some paper on. And so I picked out a few things. Like here we have a sandwich bag. This paper's nice and thinnish, and it would be a good medium. I also have some fabulous glassine paper, which, I mean, that will tone that down. You know, you can see that right away, which would be great. I have these wax tissue papers that we use sometimes, so these could be schmooshed, schmooshed on there. I like that. That's cool. I have dried wax paper. That's nice too. I like that. So I'm just wanting to tone these down and turn these kind of into Easter, spring tags, whatever, that way. And then she said, I also have a bunch of napkin, and as we know, those are always a good idea, right? Let's just, this is probably like completely, so if I wanted to do something like that, that would, you know, take up a lot of that. So I would say that's a no. No. But let's see if, and I keep, you know, those that and that's cool too. It's got kind of the same effect as some of these. So, yeah, I could take the time to go through the napkins and fit one that would work, I think. But I think for intents and purposes today, I'm gonna set that one aside. All right, so, all right, guys, I need your help. And by the way, if you are new to my channel, welcome, welcome. I am so happy you are here. I love my subscribers. I really, really do. You guys make my day just bright and happy. Okay, so I like this. And maybe what we can do is we can do some different things on some of them, since I have separated them. Take advantage of that and do a few things just, you know, show that difference. Excuse me, let me get a drink. Good old H2O. Water is my poison of choice. Okay, let's see. All right. You know what? Let's just, there's no rhyme or reason to this, you guys. And this video could be like 10 minutes or it could be like 10 hours. I don't know. No, it's not going to be 10 hours. Okay. I have just a little bit of Mod Podge, which is like a puzzle coat or it's just a medium, kind of a plastic medium that you can put as a glue, if you will. So let's just start with one like this. And obviously, I'm not going to get all 8 tags done. I mean, that's just not realistic, because now that I've cut them apart, you know, we're just going to look at them individually. So I am, for intents and purposes, we're playing, ladies and gentlemen. And how are you today? I really do appreciate you hanging out with me and helping me. And I know some of you have been like, well, sure didn't feel like I was helping you at all, but you're welcome. and I'm like, yeah, you do. It is. Yeah, it's fun. I'm just gonna, there's something about creating by yourself or creating with your friends. I don't know that I like the, I'm not crazy about the straight edge on that. I like this. I like this quite a bit. This I'm not crazy about, but this, you know, as a substrate, I think this is going to be great, and we can always cover that. We can give it more body. And we don't have to cover every little bit. So let's just get another one. We'll crinkle it. We'll just, yeah. I mean, holler if you see something or you have an idea, a tip. Holler through that computer. Let me know. And if you don't holler loud enough, don't blame me if it didn't turn out the way you wanted. Right? Oh, crazy. I know. So, let me update you, my dears, on what's been going on with me. I have actually, you know, truth be told, I've been struggling, guys. I have been trying to put on a good face and be like, yeah, everything's good. But the reality is the depression thing is kind of, I'm having to increase my meds. It's sort of getting to me a bit. Right? And I'm in the process right now of increasing the dosage of a medicine that I've been taking for a long time to see if that will do the trick. And with any new medication that you take, I mean, it takes a little while, you know, for it to go into effect. And so that is kind of like, really? So I've been, you know, kind of dealing with that. And so you can just know that if I'm not here and producing a video to chat with y'all, I'm here, just dealing with the realities of life, right? As we all do. I'm not trying to give myself airs like, well, that's, you know, I'm way important or anything like that. I am important. We all are. You know, we all are. Okay, so let's set that aside to dry. We'll work on that. And let's do another one. And I think we'll just do this one. This time I think I'll just do the dry wax paper. Just kind of as is. Let's see. Let's kind of... And excuse the tear and all of that. I know that can be very noisy. I apologize. If you would rather, you can put me on mute and just kind of watch what I'm doing here, right? If that works better for you. So, I think, I hope, you guys, I really, really do hope that we are almost done with winter here. I don't know that that's the case, but I'm hopeful. All right, so see what I've done here is I have just torn this a little bit larger than what I'm going to need, and then I'm going to go ahead and cover this. You could use a glue. I would thin it down just a little bit if you're using it for, you know, this purpose. You don't want it super runny, but you don't want it thick either. So let's just put that like that. And then we shall just give this a go. Do I care what side? Not really. All right. And let's just kind of smoosh a little bit. Let's see what we think of that. I'm going to lift that up and kind of come at that again. And lift that up and sort of, so you just kind of, ooh, yeah. Yeah, I like that. That's actually much easier to do than this was, I think. But it's fun to try different things, right? Okay, so let's, come on. I think I'm gonna really like that. So the difference, so the one is very bright, and you know, if that's your thing, that's cool, and I love these colors too, but it's really bold. And this is still pretty bright to me, but you have a much more subdued substrate here now to work with. So let's go ahead and set that aside, and let's maybe do one more, and let's try something. Well, let's do the glassine. No, let's not. Let's do the sandwich bag. Where's the sandwich bag? Yeah. And I absolutely love these. I have done many, many journals with sandwich bags. and it's one of my favorite glassine paper and sandwich bag, the thin papers and whatnot. They really are some of my very, very favorite things to work with. Now, this is going to be much more subdued, but I want to give that a try, and we'll just see, why not? And again, thank you, Bobby Paginator, for asking me to do this. I'm not sure who I'm going to tag and ask to do tags, but if you would like to do that, absolutely do it. And I haven't looked to see if there's a hashtag for this one so that we can all see each other's tags, but that would be fun too. All right, so let's kind of scrunch as we go. Okay, just smooshing. We're smooshing. Is that a word? Is that a word? So I would really appreciate it, my dears, if you're new, if you would subscribe to my channel. Yeah, that's pretty cool too. Look at that. When you actually, I don't know, which do we like the best? This is kind of, yeah, it's kind of amazing. I thought this was fabulous, and yet, it's almost like we've got the dark, medium, and the light. Okay. I like these so far. This would be something fun for you to just give a try. Maybe there's a paper that you've just been kind of wanting, what do I do with this? And, just give it a try. And I'm sure that you've got some tags, some cards. You can even use cardstock. You can also even use, the flyers that you get in the mail, and especially now during a political season, everybody and their dog is going to send you something that says why they're the best candidate for whatever, and they're on these heavy cards. It's advertising. I mean, here's one that just got the other day. But these would make great tags too. Just do it as one thing and then cut them up, or do a couple of these. A couple of these would be great, and then just do your tag bit and do your coloring or your painting or your whatever, and even just do something, of this nature on that. So you don't have to have the same supplies that I have or that others have. You just take the idea and then you just make it your own. Okay, so I'm going to put you on pause, and I'm going to dry one or two of these so that we can move on and continue decorating. I'm kind of excited now, so don't go away. Okay, so I have taken the time to dry these and then to trim around them, and as you can see, there really is a bit of a difference in the papers that you might use to put on top to go ahead, Mod Podge or whatever medium you choose to do that with. And I'm kind of loving, I like them all. Okay, so let's see about now what we want to do. So I feel like we've got the background nicely done. And do I want my little dots, my little slot things that the computer tape created, do I want that to be the top of the tag or the bottom? I don't know that it really matters. I'm just going to have it be the top for just because. Because I don't know why. Oh, and then I think that we'll just add some bits and pieces. I've got some papers and whatnot. You know, you always get stuff when you're working on things. You always end up with extras, and so I'm thinking that a bit of book page, some of these antique things might be kind of fun. I could get my rag paper out. Oh, you guys, I have to tell you, I purchased from Rachel, Roxy Creation, two of her packages. One, and I've taken them, I've kind of messed with them after I got them, and one is just full of this, oh my word, just luscious documents, just fabulous, fabulous. The paper's amazing, just, and gosh, I'm like, oh, I don't want to use any of it, but I do, and I will. And then the other one just blew my mind, just absolutely. And Rachel, I know you're having a wonderful time in Australia, and I think that's fabulous. And just thank you again, my dear, dear friend. These are all rag papers. These are rag papers, and they are fabulous. Oh, so you know what? I'm going to take one of these, and I've got so many to work with. Oh, I'm so excited. And I am not going to hoard them. I am going to share them in my journal making and tag making and all of that good stuff. Okay, so that being said, let's just see what we can do. Let's see. Yeah, that's going to be the top. I don't know. This would be awfully cool on the back, too, wouldn't it, for writing purposes? Yeah, this is going to be hard. This is going to be hard. Oh, so excited. Okay, so as I was saying earlier, you know, the idea that maybe we'll just kind of do this in half. I don't know what we're doing here. We're just playing. We're just playing. If it doesn't turn out, we'll just be like, well, whatever. It is just paper. And yeah, this is fabulous. What I'm using now is fabulous paper. There's something kind of cool about, you know, working with stuff that sometimes you just don't get your hands on. And I have no idea what this says. That's okay. Okay, so let's just smooth that out. So in essence, I mean, we're going to cover up a lot of this background. So why do we even do it, right? Why do we take the time and effort to change it up if we're just going to cover it up? And the reason is because it's fun. because it's enjoyable. You know, there are things that are enjoyable that we do that, let's just, that we don't have to have like a really, really good reason to do them. Sometimes it's just because it brings us joy. All right. And this is just a bit of scrapbooking paper. I don't even recall what it was that I was, working on. But isn't that fun? Why not? Over here, this way, that way. I don't know, what do you think? I kind of like that. Kind of like that. I'm thinking that or this. Let's think about that. And I said I wanted spring or Easter tags. Well, I just happen to have I have a notebook, a book that I have created that has a lot of Easter ephemera, images, whatnot, for tags and such. So let's see. And a good majority of this is also from Rachel of Roxy Creations, but not all. Some are from different artists. Oh gosh. See, this is where we could spend like a lot of time, right? Isn't that cute? Now let's bring that back. Where were we? Is that what we wanted? What did we want? What did we want? Where were we? What am I? Who am I? Oh, that's cute, isn't it? And it doesn't have to be like anything brilliant. It just is cute by itself. Now, another thing that we can do is we can add, and I think I will, we can add some stamping. Let me move this booklet out of the way and let me put something underneath. And this is a stamp from Lorna, Tailor Made Journals, that I had ordered. And she does them periodically, and they are lovely. So I am just going to, can you even see that? Let me just kind of, let's just see about maybe just a wee bit of, and maybe even, okay. And let's do my cleanup is pretty simple. Spray bottle, water, and just wipe. Ta-da! See how non-brilliant that was? Super simple. All right, so I kind of like having added that little bit of extra there. So now let's make sure we've got the images that we want. Let me move that away. Where's my, let's get our book back here. And these are wonderful. And Rachel was talking about making an Easter booklet. Well, you need to do that, Rach, because it really does help you figure out what it is, where you want to put stuff. It's just fun to have it in a certain spot. All right, so I could do the colors. Should we do like a this or this? So let's, okay, this, or this. Oh. This or this. Yes to both, right? And then let's bring this in. Now, I do love this, but let me tell you why I don't like this as well as these two. And that is the little pop of color. See how this blue, it brings out just a little bit of the blue here. And then here, it makes the colors pop a bit more. You've got the red and you've got the blue. Isn't that interesting? They're all, I mean, they're all great, but see the difference? This one's just a little more subdued, which is also wonderful. But isn't that fun to just see the little extra? You know, I think I'm kind of leaning to this little guy. So I'm just gonna, let's just do it. Let's not overthink it. Now what we want to do is see, now do I want, I think that's kind of going that way for me. And then I'm thinking one something like right here-ish. Let's see about, you know, some music. And we're giving this guy a little something for his feet. Let's see. Or do I want this away and having that? But then maybe I need something that way. Or maybe, bear with me. Bear with me, my friends. Hang in there. New friends, old friends, friends. I love it. Oh, well, duh. No wonder. It's because I was off camera. I'm going to move this out of the way. All right. I think that we have, for all intents and purposes, I think that this is going to work. So let's go ahead and glue that down. So as you can see, making tags can be a super, super fun thing to do. It can be overwhelming if you let it, but it's so much fun. I would encourage you, if you haven't tried tags, or if it's been a while, or if you just want to try something different, you know, just switch it up. Do something kind of fun, different, and just have fun with it. And you don't have to be in a big hurry. It's not like the project that you're working on has to be done immediately, unless you've got some kind of custom order or something of that nature. And I personally kind of stay away from those simply because they stress me out. They stress me. And I try not to give myself too many things that are too stressful. Okay, I'm getting a, let me wipe my hands off, getting a little bit of glue, always glue, right? Okay. So here we still have this little booger. And if I do here, if I put this here, then I've got, you know, this line. I mean, yeah, you could go 1, 2, 3, or you could do more of a triangle here this way, or you could leave this off and do something completely different, which we could do. I'm just, while I'm visiting with you, I'm also looking through my booklet to see if there are some other things that I might like more. More. That's, what if we just did away with that and we did that? Oh. Oh, the struggle. The struggle is real, my friends. But it's a fun struggle. These are fun struggles. This is something that, you know, you can just take your time, enjoy the process, enjoy what you're doing. Ugh, glue. Let me get that out of the way. I'm gonna do it. It may not be, oh, okay. You know what? I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna just put it down there and let it be done. Hello, hubby.
Hello, wifey.
That is my husband. He has been grocery shopping. We have the kiddos coming over for dinner tomorrow after church. And I want to say that's done. And so I'm going to say that's done, but I don't feel like it's done. Does that make sense? So let's just take a look at the, oh my goodness. One tag, guys. And we're already almost 45 minutes. So I do definitely need to let you go. I think what it is here, I'm going to do a couple of things. I think we'll go ahead. That did not want to, well, that doesn't want to work, does it? Well, okay, then let's do it this way. We'll just do, okay. Now tags can also have different shapes. You can have, you know, this way. You can do all kinds of things with that. I think what I'm going to do is add some ink around my edges Oh, and I didn't even think about the back. We do definitely need to give the back make sure that that's writable, that it looks nice. Okay, so I like that. I'm thinking what may be needed is like a, you know, like a little bit of extra. Oh, I like that. Yeah. And just glue that little bit of fabric. This is just a little bit of a doily. Oh, I like that. Yeah. Let's do that. And then I think we're about done, my friends. So I'm going to continue this off camera. I'm going to call the video done, but I'm going to continue to work on my substrates that I've created. I'll put the links below to Bobby's Paginator, her YouTube channel. So you go over, take a peek, and see what she's got going there. I think you'll have fun. And thank you again, Bobby, for inviting me to do this. And so I hope that all of you have a fabulous day, and we will see you soon in another video. All right. Bye now.